Butterfree, go!
Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. Bringing you guys another episode of our Pokemon Road to Master Rank series where I climb the online VGC ladder using a really cool team, focusing on Trick Room today, and hopefully get myself to Master Ball rank. We've done pretty well so far, so hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you guys are new, and I'm here live on Twitch as we always are. You can catch the action on twitch.tv/aDrive if you want to see it live. But again, show some love, man. We're going to be kicking things off here. I got Bellatrix, Standard, and Indeedee. Pretty similar team, but I'm going to throw Orbeetle on it instead of Mimikyu today because I've got this beautiful shiny Orbeetle that we hatched. This set is kind of funny, though. Everything else is pretty much the same as what we've rocked with, but it's going to be Citrus Bear with Frisk, and then I've got Trick Room, Body Press, Ally Switch, Hypnosis. No idea if it's going to do work, but it might be really funny. So let's see if we can get some action with it. Let's get connected here. Let's battle some people and see if we can win a couple games on the online ranked. I'm still very committed to our Indeedee HATTERENE strategy. I know it's very common. I know a lot of people have been doing it, and it's been countered relatively easily because of Stalwart Duraludon, but I still believe it's a super viable strategy, and I think our combination of running TORKOAL and Vileplume together has been really, really powerful. So we're going to try potentially mixing an Orbeetle today and seeing how that goes. So let's jump into it. Let's get our first battle, get that battle tower music going, and see what is happening right now. He has got a very powerful team featuring T-Tar and Excadrill. He's also got the Rotom, Araquanid, and Gastrodon set up. So this is HATTERENE and Indeedee all the way. I love Conkeldurr here in the back, and then we're going to bring TORKOAL, I think, as well. Pretty straightforward. I don't really think I need to do anything other than that. I mean, TORKOAL really doesn't do a ton, but in the right scenario, it can actually put in a lot of work. The only problem is if my opponent basically like double rock slides here, that would be the only issue. But I think we're gonna just stick to our pretty standard Trick Room strategy here. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what he's gonna. I think he just leads Excadrill T-Tar, if I'm being honest, and maybe double rock slides, but we'll see. He does lead Excadrill T-Tar, and he probably double rock slides. So I have to make the prediction. Do I follow me or do I just Trick Room? I feel like he double rock slides here, though. I really do. Like, I really feel like he just double rock slides. So it's just a matter of, do I get flinched? Does he hit it? Like, what happens here? I'm just going to follow me and Trick Room and hope for the best. But I don't necessarily think that this is such a tricky matchup because, like, it just comes down to, like, not getting unlucky, I guess. But I'll follow me. I'm pretty sure he's going to double rock slide, though. He may Dynamax the T-Tar. He's going to double rock slide. So I just basically have to not get really unlucky, I guess, is what it comes down to. There's the rock slide. He misses the Indeedee, but hits the HATTERENE. I want him to miss the HATTERENE. I need the HATTERENE to get the Trick Room off. And there's a second rock slide. He does hit the Indeedee this time and does a lot of damage. Hopefully I don't get flinched. I don't get flinched. It's a miracle. And I get my Trick Room off, which is doubly miraculous, really. So very nicely done there. Okay, we are definitely going big status here. I think we're definitely going big. So why don't let's Dynamax, Max Flare, the Excadrill, and then Flamethrower or Psychic the Drill here. I'm going to double the Drill because I have a Conkeldurr sitting in the back. So let's get rid of this Excadrill because this is what I consider to be the bigger issue. So let's see. He's watching the stream. Oh boy, do we have a stream sniper? What's up, Soul? Thanks for the 16. Thank you very much. Well, we'll find out because that's always the struggle if I battle someone who's watching the stream and then he just knows exactly what I'm doing. Maybe I need to take more time with my turns so that doesn't happen. Let's find out. I never know. I never know if someone's actually just saying he's watching the stream in the chat because he actually is, or if people just say it to say it. But we'll find out. I mean, he could just make a good read too. You never know. But let's see here. He's gonna Dynamax the T-Tar. Oh no, I'm gonna Dynamax first. So. I mean, this may end up being kind of a bad situation for us if he does protect the Drill. But he may do that either way. I don't know. So, let's see here. We're going to get our Dynamax HATTERENE here. Get a lot more health. We do have this powerful fire move coming off in a second. And let's see what my opponent does here. He does not do that, so we're going to basically cover ourselves if he's Focus Sash here. He is Focus Sash, so we make, I guess, what I would consider to be a pretty solid play. We'll see how fast that T-Tar is, though, in a second. Thank you, dude, for the 7 months. We also changed the weather, so the Tyranitar no longer has the special defense boost. And Indeedee is the slowest thing next, so the Psyche's going to come off here and knock out the Excadrill. So, ends up being a pretty good play. I do run the risk here of this Tyranitar. That crit definitely mattered. Thank you, dude, for 7, by the way. Soul, thanks for 16. See what this T-Tar does. He just goes for the Rock Slide here, but we can take that with both Pokemon, so a non-issue there. One thing we have to be super mindful of is this T-Tar having weakness policy. A lot of the T-Tars are running weakness policy nowadays, so we have to be very mindful there. There's the Rotom. Rotom is a very big candidate for Dynamaxing, so I'm not really sure what he's gonna do there, but I'm gonna take a few seconds to pick my turn here just to try to counter my opponent, maybe doing some shenanigans. Let's do this, and let us do, let's do this. He's going to actually switch out his Tyranitar, allowing him to reset the sand later and go into Gastrodon. Gastrodon's able to sponge up some of those hits if I used any water-type moves. But I'm going to actually Helping Hand and boost the power of my Hatterene here, and then fire off a very, very powerful Max Mindstorm into this Rotom, which I don't necessarily think this Rotom is going to be able to take this hit very well, and it's not going to be able to take it at all. So, nice KO there on the Rotom. Works out very, very well. And that Tyranitar's got to come back in. I feel very comfortable right now in the positioning I'm in because I have a TORKOAL in the back right now, and I do have a Conkeldurr in the back which can deal with the Tyranitar, so that makes me pretty happy here. Here comes the Sandstream. We do assume this Gastrodon to be Storm Drain and not Sand Force, but we'll see. We're going to do this, and then I am going to actually go for the Follow Me here on Indeedee. That's going to ensure that if the Gastrodon is slower, because Gastrodon is very, very slow, he has to target my Indeedee instead of targeting my Hatterene. I may lose Hatterene here to Tyranitar at this point either way, but I'm not super concerned about the Tyranitar right now because I have a Conkeldurr in the back. So, Asian Earl, thanks for the sub, love, man. How's it going? I do have to be very mindful of our Trick Room turns here if I cannot eliminate this Gastrodon soon, but I think a combination of TORKOAL and Conkeldurr in the back is looking pretty strong. So he's going to Dynamax something, probably the T-Tar. And that's okay. Gastrodon a lot of time doesn't actually run Protect. I don't know if this one does, but oh, he actually Dynas the Gastro, so he's looking to live this hit here. A lot of Gastros don't actually carry Protect, but now he probably has the ability to live the hit because of the fact that he has Max Guard from his Recover most likely, but let's see what he's going to do. He does indeed go for the Max Guard here to try to stall out my Trick Room turns, so kind of a burn turn for us. The Tyranitar obviously can go for a Rock Slide here and get a double attack off on us. And my Max Mindstorm is going to do nothing here because the Gastrodon didn't need Protect. So, good play on his part to Max there. Here comes the Crunch into the Indeedee. Actually works out good for me because my Indeedee is off the field now, which gives me my Conkeldurr on the field. I can pressure now with Conkeldurr, which is exactly what I want. It's exactly what I want here because now I can immediately pressure the Tyranitar, and because he cannot Dynamax, I'm in a pretty commanding position. So, Conkeldurr hits the field here. And I do lose my Dynamax. I believe I have one turn left of Trick Room, however, so that's good. I think what I'm going to do here is we are going to go for a, let's think about this. We'll just Psychic the Gastrodon, and we're going to go for the Hammer Arm into the Tyranitar slot. So thank you, Fisherman, for 32. How's it going, man? Here comes the Psychic off, and the Gastrodon does a solid chunk. Nice, like 30% there. And the Hammer Arm comes off. I do not miss it. And that's going to be a gone Tyranitar. Now I've got a 3v1 situation against this Gastrodon here, which is very, very nice. So, Fisherman, thanks for 32, man. Asian Earl, thanks for the Prime. So we're in a pretty commanding position here. We're going to take some damage here from the Max Quake. This is probably going to get rid of my Hatterene, I would assume. He actually aims into the Conk slot, which is fine by me. And does get the little boost, I think. Yeah, a little special defense boost. But my opponent is unable to target all my Pokemon at once here, so it's really not the end of the world. He's only can target one, so he's either going to go after my Conkeldurr or my Hatterene. So, let's see what he's going to do here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go for a Psychic, and then I'm going to go for, probably go for damage with Mach Punch. I could have Trick Roomed again, but we'll go for the Mach Punch just to ensure some damage. And then he's going to Max Geyser into, what, the Hatterene or the... into the Hatterene. So Hammer Arm was the better play, but that's okay. He gets the Rain Up here. But the timing was really clutch here because he gets his Rain Up, but he does lose his Dynamax now. And I can immediately change the weather back by saying in my TORKOAL. So it all works out. Gastrodon's a very, very big threat, and he can go for something like an Earthquake. But he probably has Earth Power. But either way, he's not going to be able to one-shot my TORKOAL at this point in the match. I can change the weather. He probably has the Rindo Berry, but again, the Rindo Berry is not going to save him. This is why I wanted to get as much damage as I could off on this thing, using things like Mach Punch, whatever damage I could. My opponent did a pretty solid job of trying to bring this back, but with the Sun Up, I don't believe he has any way to really stop me here. I will go for the Hammer Arm just in case, because I think Solar Beam should do enough. He's going to actually Scald into the TORKOAL slot, but you can see how little that's going to do because we did change the weather. I can't be burned. Hammer Arm comes off. This might actually just seal the deal on its own. And it does. So we're going to pick up the W there against my opponent. Good plays on his part, bringing that Sand Team, but we were sitting in a pretty commanding position there as soon as I was able to get Trick Room off. He would have probably won that game, though, if he flinched me on that first turn. That's the struggle against that. Oh, that was you, Gold Critter. So I guess I was actually battling someone in the chat. So I should probably be... your cheer didn't come through, Gold Critter, but no worries. I appreciate you not stream sniping, by the way. I don't even see your team. It was Weakness Policy T-Tar, though. Thank you, Gold Critter, for the love, man. Good game. And thank you for the battle. So I do have to be super mindful about those stream snipes, though. We were lucky enough to face someone. Oh, I hit... Is that it? I hit Masterball. Is that it? I just did it? We hit it. That's it. Oh, my God. I didn't realize it was that it. Where's the easy button, man? Is that it? That's it. We did it, team. We hit Masterball. That's it. I have been raised to Masterball tier. They're going to give me 20 BP for that. So we finish at 25 wins and 7 losses to get to Masterball tier. That's pretty awesome. I'm really happy with our record, by the way. 25 and 7 out of 32 games is a very, very solid record. Thank you, Big Pay, for the 50 bits. Let's see what my opponent has here, because we got to keep focused up. So my opponent has an Indeedee and a Whimsicott, as well as Hawlucha. So the strategy my opponent is running is Indeedee with Hawlucha with Psychic Seed. They've also got a Charizard and Rotom. I don't know if that Whimsicott is going to try to reverse Trick Room on us, so I have to be very mindful of that. But I also have to be mindful of the fact that they can follow me with anything they want to do. So I'm not quite sure what I want to do there. I think I just run Trick Room against this team, though. So I'm going to bring Hatterene and Indeedee. I'm going to bring probably Conkeldurr in the back because I think it can actually put in a good amount of work. And TORKOAL is going to be incredibly important in this match. I could also bring Vileplume as a way to try to win this game once the sun ends, which honestly isn't a bad idea. I'm just not sure. I actually really like Vileplume this one. Hold on. Do I want to lead Vileplume TORKOAL? Actually, you know what? Let's go back. Let's go back. I think that could be really strong. I'm going to bring Vileplume TORKOAL lead. I'm going to bring Conkeldurr in the back because I think it's too good to not bring. And then I think Hatterene can actually be really solid here to clean the game too. I do kind of like that. Let's do that. I think Hatterene's also really solid here. Let's try that. We'll mix it up. I hit Master Ball, so now we can just meme. Now we can just meme, dude. So let's see what my opponent leads with. Probably Indeedee. Oh, it's going to be Whimsicott Charizard, which tells you they're going to be trying to do some shenanigans here. They're going to do some shenanigans. So I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm actually just going to Eruption Sleep Powder the Charizard. But the problem with that is that's actually a terrible strategy. Never mind. Terrible strategy. If he goes for the Eruption here, oh boy, I'm in trouble actually. This is not a good situation to be in. I think I just lose this one. Because what happens is the Tailwind is going to go first. Thank you, Rick, for the 1,000 bits. My opponent's Tailwind goes first because of the Prankster, which is going to boost the speed of the Charizard and allow the Charizard to be faster than my Vileplume, in which case he just straight up knocks me out. So I'm not really sure what I want to do about that. I think I'm just going to hope my opponent doesn't realize that. I'm going to go for the Eruption here, and I'm going to go for the Sleep Powder into the Charizard. But just understand, I'm fully aware that my opponent can just click Tailwind here. Speed up that Charizard. Oh, okay, he does not do that, so that works for me. I'm fine with that play. And the Tailwind. So my opponent actually did not realize that, but for those who don't know, if my opponent had Tailwinded there, they did not actually have to sleep or protect their Charizard. They did not have to do that because the speed is calculated in the turn, not at the beginning of the turn. So the Charizard would have been faster. So I don't know if my opponent realized that or whatever, but it's all good. It's all good. So now I got to figure out what I do because my Vileplume's about to get mollywopped right now. That Whimsy is not Prankster? Oh, is it something else? What would it be? Chlorophyll? Is it Chlorophyll? I don't know. All right, well, I'm going to Eruption again. And I can Dynamax Max Guard. The problem here is I can Dynamax Max Guard here. Or just let Vileplume go down. Yeah, I'm going to Sleep Powder. I think I'm just going to let Vileplume go down here. I think I'm better off maxing my Hatterene on the following turn. He's going to actually Moonblast, so he doesn't actually even Dynamax. He Moonblasts the Vileplume, which I think was probably a mistake. Let's see what he's going to do here. He's going to Heat Wave, maybe miss. Nah, he hits both. Okay, so Eruption's not going to do a ton, but I don't have to worry about missing. I'm going to knock out the Whimsicott here, so it's fine. All right, so we get the Eruption off. It's going to knock out the Whimsicott. It's still going to tickle the Charizard a little bit. Heat Wave would have been the stronger play, but it's all good. Yeah, so Tangent, the way this would have worked is the Prankster would have went first, so Prankster Tailwind would have activated before anything else, and then basically like the Tailwind would have happened, and the speed would have been recalculated, Charizard would have been faster than my Vileplume, and he would have actually been able to do that first play on the first turn, but I don't think my opponent realized that, so here comes Lucha. That's fine. I got Hatterene. I think I have to Dynamax Hatterene here to have any chance in this battle at this point, but I need to get Trick Room off to win this game too, so I think my best play actually is Protect and then Trick Room. I think the only way I win this game is if I get Trick Room up, so I have to just hope my opponent misplays. But I think my opponent's going to Dynamax their Hawlucha and then max Airstream into my Hatterene. I don't really think there's much I could do about this. I have to get Trick Room up, so maybe my opponent misses the Heat Wave. The only way I win this game at this point is with Trick Room. So I think it's important to realize that when you're doing competitive, you have to understand your win conditions. And in my case, my win condition in this match is my opponent sneezing on their Nintendo Switch and the game popping out. My other win condition is my opponent getting called for dinner because he's late for supper. Or my opponent accidentally missing their 90% accurate Heat Wave on my Hatterene, allowing me to... oh, he's going to Max Flare the Hatterene, so then I'm definitely dead. We're definitely dead. Yeah, so those are our win cons. There's the tiniest chance I live, but I don't think we're living this. This is Sun boosted, Solar Power boosted, fire type attack into Hatterene. There's just no way we're living this. But he's gonna Brave Bird into the TORKOAL. If I live this, then I think we come back, but I don't think I'm living this Max Flare. I don't think we're living this. Yeah, didn't think so, man. Didn't think so. Really was no way for me to pull this back with my opponent having the sun up. I basically set the sun up for my opponent, so it kind of messed me up there. I'm gonna go Conch Elder, but my opponent's got this one. So props to my opponent, played really well. I made the mistake of not just setting Trick Room. Had I led Hatterene and Didi, I think we win this game, no problem. No disrespect, but I do. So let me think about this here. Is there any way I can win this? Probably not. Probably not. I'm gonna Heat Wave, and I will Dynamax and then Max Guard. So, yeah, I don't think there's any way I win this. Thunder Chicken, thanks for the 500 bits. Shiny Conch, next Shiny. I'm going for your mask right now, so we're just going to do that, but it's all good. So, yeah, my opponent, Charizard is actually a massive threat right now. Like, definitely should not be slept on. It's so strong in the sun with solar power. It is just really powerful. If you can get sun up, it can do a lot of damage. It's essentially carrying, like, you know, a choice specs because of the solar power boost, so... But, like I said, there's always the chance that my opponent, you know, I don't know, dad calls because he had a flat tire. He needs him to come to help, you know, get the tire repair kit. You never know. Maybe he's got kids and his son, you know, pulls the power cord or something, accidentally presses the button from running. I mean, I don't know. So, we'll have to see. So, close combat into the TORKOAL slot. I don't think we live that. Yeah, that's going to be that. So... Yeah, I mean, I can Ice Punch the Charizard here, but the Hawlucha is going to be able to Brave Bird into my Conch Elder and pick up the W, so I'll let the game play out, but there's not really much I can do here. So, Tailwind does end, but again, it doesn't matter. The lesson from this match, 1,000,000%, is that I just needed to run Trick Room, is really what it came down to. Thank you, Wolfman, for the sub love. Captain King, thanks for the 3 months. Edgehead, thanks for 23. I really just needed to, I mean, I'm going to live this, but I just needed to run Trick Room this match, and I decided to do TORKOAL Vileplume. So my gut was initially to run Trick Room, and I decided not to. I switched it at the last second to Vileplume TORKOAL because I thought I could kind of... Vileplume actually had a really good matchup in this match, but I misplayed that first turn. I needed to double attack the Whimsicott. But even then, the Charizard protecting on the first turn and not being put to sleep, that was just a really bad spot for me. So props to my opponent, mollywopped me, but again, can't be too mad about it. I think we can easily take some lessons from that one and just realize, like, gotta rely on Trick Room a little bit more, so... And they've got Dusclops. They do have Trick Room themselves, so we're actually doing double Trick Room here. I'm going to bring Orbeetle. Not really a good matchup for it, but we can maybe put some things to sleep. Actually, this is massive TORKOAL Vileplume here. This is so TORKOAL Vileplume. I got to do it. I can't not bring TORKOAL Vileplume to this match. It's too good. It's too good to not bring. I'll bring Orbeetle for the memes, I think. Do I want Orbeetle? What does it do in this match? Orbeetle does nothing in this match. I'm so sorry. I wanted to feature Orbeetle today, guys, but... I don't think it does, like, nothing in this match at all, so I don't even think it's worth. I'll bring Hatterene though. Like, what is it? Orbeetle is like, has no matchup here at all. It does like nothing in this match. I'll bring Orbeetle and then I'll bring those two. I mean, I guess I bring Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr kind of has a bad matchup here too. Doesn't really do anything. Conkeldurr has a pretty bad matchup. And Didi's kind of bad too though. This is where the Orbeetle slot is kind of annoying. I'll bring Orbeetle just to try to put some things to sleep, I guess. Just like I say, I brought it. So, if you're watching this on YouTube afterwards, if the thumbnail of this video is Orbeetle, don't be mad at me that it didn't do anything in this episode. I did my best, okay? What's up, Fly Man? Fat Man, what's up, man? Flying Fat Man, got that Golurk team? Let's do it. You gotta make one. Golurk's kind of cool. All right, this guy's got some interesting pants. He's got Vikavolt and Curseless, so he actually doesn't even bring Trick Room to start. This is a really good TORKOAL situation for me. I think I just have to use TORKOAL. Because I'm going to take a big hit from the Curseless, but like, not really that concerned about it. I can one-shot the Vikavolt here, unless it's AV. I kind of want to Sleep Powder the Curseless and Heat Wave. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to Sleep Powder Curseless and Heat Wave. The Vikavolt's probably faster than TORKOAL, but I can sleep the Curseless, put that thing to Slumber Town. The Vikavolt's probably gonna go for like Bug Buzz or Thunderbolt into the TORKOAL slot maybe. Or maybe attack the Vileplume. But if I can eliminate one of the two threats in the field right now, we should have a good turn here. Because he's not, I don't think Thunderbolt's gonna one-shot the TORKOAL unless he Dynamaxes Vikavolt and goes to the Max Lightning. He's gonna just switch it out. So this is a great turn for us. Here comes Rotom probably, yeah. Here comes the Rotom. So this is a great turn for us if I don't miss. 80%. Yeah, I got the wide lens, so we don't miss these things. Very nice. And then this Heat Wave is going to do a good chunk of damage. It's not going to... Curseless is very specially bulky, but it should do a good chunk. And even though the Rotom's going to take it pretty well, it should still put us in a commanding position. So it does. Good stuff. So now I'm actually just going to be super cheesy here, and I'm just going to sleep that dude, and I'm actually going to Eruption this turn. I'm going to sleep the Rotom here and just cheese it out. This is just showing how strong this Vileplume strategy is, man. If I don't miss, we're just incredibly powerful here. I don't miss. This strategy is so go big or go home kind of a thing. If you can sleep things, you are just going to put in so much work because sleep is really, really strong in this format. The Curseless actually wakes up here, goes to the Power Gem into my TORKOAL, so big misplay on my part not Heat Waving, and my opponent is able to pull this one back actually right now with that big wake, so I guess it's not as powerful as I initially thought. I can bring my Hatterene here though. And I can just max and start putting some pressure on my opponent here. So, good wake there for them. Let us, I'm going to sleep the Curseless again. I misclicked. We're going to sleep the Curseless. And I am going to max Mindstorm the Curseless slot, I think. I know it seems redundant, but like... He's going to actually switch the Curseless into what? Vikavolt? Dusclops. Okay. That's fine. So my opponent recognizes that the Curseless is really their kind of win con there. Or one of their ways to win. But this should still be a two-shot on the Dusclops. It's kind of an interesting battle where like neither of us are setting Trick Room. Trick Room team versus Trick Room team, but no Trick Rooms. I don't really need to set Trick Room, but once Dusclops is gone, Orbeetle actually kind of does something. Not really. It just puts things to sleep, I guess. It does nothing in this match, actually. Not really worth the bring, but Sleep Powder comes off. I hit it on the Dusclops, very nice. And now our priority is going to be the Rotom. As long as the Rotom doesn't wake here. If the Rotom wakes here, then that's going to be really, really tough. It does not wake, which is nice. So I'm going to get this Max Mindstorm off here. And we do a good chunk. Another one will actually knock out Dusclops. Alright. Vileplume here, I think, is going to just Sludge Bomb the Rotom. And I will Max Mindstorm the Rotom slot. Thank you, Toko, for the 8 months. How are you? So, it all depends on wakes here. If my opponent wakes with the Rotom, then I'm in trouble. He does... Let's see here. Is he going to wake? I'll get the Sludge Bomb off, do a nice chunk of damage. He does wake. He's going to overheat and knock out my Vileplume. And that's a dead Vileplume. That's unfortunate. Yeah, this is not going very well for me. I think what I can do, though, is I can Trick Room with Orbeetle on the following turn here, because my HATTERENE is going to actually be once the Dusclops is gone, HATTERENE's going to be better off. So we're not in the worst spot ever. Let me just double check Curseless speed stat. I think it's like 30 or 35. Let's take a look. It's 30. So HATTERENE is the slowest thing on the field, aside from Dusclops. So there's Orbeetle doing so much work right now. Look at it do all the work. Here comes Vikavolt. Campaign, thanks for the 2 months, man. How are you? He could destroy me right now, though. But, alright, what we're going to do is we're going to Trick Room here. And I'm going to try to get rid of the Vikavolt. Thank you, Campaign, for the 2 gift subs. Big Bug Buzz coming off. That's going to destroy my Orbeetle. Yeah. Not what you wanted to see there. Not what you wanted to see there. Yeah, I knew Orbeetle was not a good bring. I knew it wasn't a good bring. That's okay, though. There's still hope for us. Still hope for us. Alright, we got rid of that. The problem here is the Cursula can definitely do a lot of damage to me right now. And it's faster than me, because I did not get Trick Room up. So we may pull this one back. We may not. I don't know. It depends. I mean, I know I can live a Shadow Ball, because I'm Dynamaxed. But I can't live 2 hits. Oh, I'm not Dynamaxed anymore? Alright, then we lost. We lost this one then. I will Psychic the Cursula, because I don't think Dazzling Gleam is going to do enough. But yeah, my opponent's going to win this one. So, yeah, this was a situation where, like, Orbeetle just did nothing. And he's actually going to Dynamax the Cursula, go for the Ghost move, and just one-shot us. So, props to my opponent here. I'm not stressing, man. I am Masterball Tier, dude. It ain't even a big deal, though. It ain't even a big deal, though. I was just trying to get Orbeetle some action, dude, and it just didn't work. It just did not work on this one. It did not work. But anyway, if you're watching on YouTube, man, take a second, leave a comment. Let me know what you'd like to see on our Road to Master Series. Now that I hit Master Ball, we can definitely mess around a little bit more. Here comes the Phantasm. I don't think we can do that. Nah, not going to live it. My opponent played really well around the sleep, though. So props to them for making really good switches. They actually just outplayed me there, so I can't even be mad. I think if I had something other than Orbeetle to put pressure on, we might have been in a better spot, but my opponent just simply outplayed me there. So it's all good, man. I'll take that. No problemo. I'm just happy we hit Masterball Tier, man. I didn't expect to hit it today, so that was a win for me. And thank you guys for watching this episode. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll catch you guys in the next one of our Road to Master Rank series.